Hello. What? She's back. A late night scope. What is that about? Hey, replay viewer. Hey, Sharon. Hi. It's so nice to see you. I always look down as opposed to at you. I'm trying to fix that. Especially when the comments come in. Hey, Sharon. Thanks for joining me. It's so late. Hey, Summer V. Hey, Sam Z Designs. I know you're really busy, so I appreciate you coming through. This is just a talk scope. No, oh, did it? Your scope froze? Oh no, it's alright. I hope it's not on my end. Hey, Jeremiah. How are you? Thank you so much for those hearts, Sharon. So I guess let me introduce myself. My name is Coach Nachi, and I am your world. Hey, Jeremiah. Hey, how are you? I am your world-class personal development coach, speaker, and life enthusiast. Emphasis on the life enthusiast. Today I'm not so much doing. Oh no, oh yeah. It just froze and then it left, and I think I was doing something else by that time. Did you go live again? No worries. It was really nice to learn about your story. Thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate you being here. So I'm typically talking about some sort of coaching something. It was really nice to see you, Sharon. I mean that. But today or tonight, right now, it's just kind of like a behind the scenes look of what's going on in my world and what I'm doing. I really actually need your help tonight. I need your ideas and your encouragement and your accountability, your support. So let me tell you what I need that with. If you read the scope title, it said help me create a crisis hotline. And this is a transparent scope, behind the scenes, late night talk. And that's kind of exactly what I'm doing. Hey, Nini, how are you? Oh, it's so nice to see you live. How are you, Nini? I appreciate you so much, Nini. Thank you so much for always showing the replays love. I appreciate you showing up for me. Thank you. And thank you for those hearts. I love the purple and pinks. I literally always strive to have those hearts in my periscopes. It's silly. Yeah, I need your help. So there's something that's been in my heart for a good while. When I was writing my master's, I did my dissertation or my thesis, whatever you want to call it, on suicide in developing countries. Long story short, there is no really kind of help for people who are suffering emotionally and mentally. There's not much help in developing countries, especially kind of my own country, Zambia. And ever since then, I just want to do something about it, because once you know better, you do better. So I've been really not really playing, for the better part of a year. I've been really working my brains as to how you do better. Exactly, Nini. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you so much for coming through. I've been thinking about creating, what can I do, right? I'm always saying, what can I do to make something better? What can I do about the anger and the passion I have inside of me for what's going on? I thought with my coaching, I could potentially help in some way, because then I'm working one-on-one with people and I'm lifting them up one-on-one, and then they can go forward and help others. Working with social impactors and world changers and people who want to really just lift the world. Thank you so much for those hearts, y'all. Thank you so much. I thought that would be my way of supporting social changers and people who want to make an impact, make their impact, and in a way that's me doing a lot more work than I would do as one person. But it's still in my heart to do something more specific towards what I studied. So I want to make a hotline. I want to make like a suicide or crisis or some sort of something hotline in my country. And I'm always talking about, making it happen and how to make it happen. And this, y'all, this is my, thank you, Sharon. I appreciate you saying that. This is my Mount Kilimanjaro. creating a hotline is a feat. It's a feat. And so when I say what I say on the 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time scopes, that's not just me pulling stuff out of some book or some article online or my coaching stuff. That stuff is really coming from my heart. It's coming from what's going on in my life and what's been effective and what I know to be effective for you all. So anyway, this is supposed to be super interactive. When I say the components, so right now I've been really doing some research for the past couple of nights because I will be going back to, I will be leaving the country for about a month and a half, and I'll be in Zambia for about a month and a half, and I want to really make some moves while I'm there concerning the suicide hotline. So, do you guys have any thoughts on how that can happen? How that can happen, really? Period. Like, I'm kind of alone in this, you know. So far, my Mount Kilimanjaro is the hotline, right? And the components I have next to that are funding and kind of the legalities around that. It's dealing with mental health. I also would have really liked for the hotline to have been a point of research, way to kind of, because a lot of the reasons why there is not enough data is because there's just not enough data. Nobody's done the research on it since 1964 or 62 or something silly like that. That's ages ago. It's almost half a century ago. So I want to create this hotline and also let it be a way to inform research. So then there's their legalities around that. When people call in, at what point when they're telling you about, you know, their lives, are you supposed to be like, hey, by the way, can we use those for research? Like, at what point? And then there's also, should I apply as a non-profit or should I apply as a for-profit? So would I be hiring people to work the hotline, or would I be having just volunteers work in the hotline? What do you guys think? Are you looking to just doing the hotline to English speakers for now? See, that's another thing. Okay, non-profit. Okay, Nini says non-profit. So that's another thing, isn't it? In my country, there are 72 languages spoken. How many volunteers would I need to have for that who speak that many languages? Now, easily, Shiro Rising specifically helps entrepreneurs get the right resources. Very cool resource to know about. Thank you, Shiro Rising. I'll have to note that down for later. I'm glad that I can save this replay. There are 72 languages. Every person, for the most part, speaks about 2 to 4. So, you know, if I hire a bunch and just get the main ones, maybe the 8 or 9 main ones, I think the people calling it in will also be able to, hey, Hood Psychic, hey, Dylan, hey, Decor by Dylan. You could also look up a Kickstarter to raise funds and potentially get volunteers. Yeah, once you know more specifics. Hey, Dylan. Yeah, Samzy, thank you so much for that. I think I was reading some articles and they were talking about GoFundMes. So I could do that for funding, for like early funding, if people are interested in that. Dylan, we're talking about, I'm starting a crisis hotline. Okay, shirorising@gmail.com. Cool. Does she have a website? Is it also called shirorising.com? I'm going to check her out and see what she's about. See if she's definitely like the right support for that. Hey, Mr. Proctor, how are you? So, yeah, Dylan, we're talking about, hey, Clinton Coy, how are you? We're talking about, I'm starting a crisis hotline. That's my Mount Kilimanjaro right now. And I'm trying to make that happen in the next couple of months. I'm leaving the country and going to the country where I want to start a hotline in. And so before I go, obviously, I want to make a plan because that's the type of person I am. I need to make a plan before doing something. So I'm just noting down, hey, Clinton Coy, how are you? Such a pleasure to see you here. How's your night going? Or a day? Are you in the U.S.? Because I don't know what time it is where you're at. What do you want me to call you? Clinton Coy? Mr. Coy? And the other component that I have so far is, to like write a paper on how to start it. So documenting Clinton. Cool. Hey, Clinton. Pleasure to see you or have you here. So another thing I'm thinking of is also, as I go along this process, write a paper or document it in some way so that other people can use it in their countries too. Florida, you're like a time zone ahead of me, so it's like, no, behind. So it's like 9 p.m. over there, almost 10. Hey, Mr. Proctor, welcome back. So okay, one of the main things that I wanted to ask, 12. Oh, it's midnight. Okay, got it. You are ahead. Cool. Clinton Coy, I want to start a crisis hotline in a developing country. Do you think I should start it as a... Clinton, welcome back. Do you think I should start my crisis hotline as a non-profit or... Oh, wow. Sounds good. Just coming back from a meeting speaking about the pain of the Black woman event. That's amazing. Are you going to scope about that? I'd love to watch that. I'm stuck between, well, not really stuck, just something to help me out with. Either do a non-profit or a for-profit charity. Is there such a thing as a for-profit charity? That's something I'd have to look up. I'm also trying to figure out, thank you. I think it'll really help people. Let me give you a bit, sings Drake. I know, I almost wrote Hotline Bling in the comments. Let me tell you a bit about the country. There are, as last I checked, 500 mental health beds in the country. Not in a hospital, like in the whole country. In a country that has a population of about 15 million probably right now, there are 500 beds, that's all, to serve people. I would just start it, look for potential sponsors, nonprofits are regulated, or use grants. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I am trying to start it. So any ideas or anything would be totally helpful. I won't be in the country, and that's another thing. I won't really be in the country to run whatever I need to run, so that's something else that I need to consider. Who to get on board with me to be on the ground running it physically, because people need a place to call. Yeah, GoFundMe. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I would use a Google number. Okay. It's for a developing country, so I'm not quite sure if Google serves numbers in that region, but I have noted that, and I appreciate that, and I will look that up, because one of my things is to contact the main telephone Zambia. It's Zambia. Let me write it down. You see that? No worries. Don't apologize. That's a really good idea. Shoot, I can call Google and be like, hey, Uncle Google, what's good? Help me start this hotline, boo. Maybe Google could help. Look. What was I saying? I was saying something. So Samzy brought up a really good point about the languages. We speak 72 languages in the country. We don't all speak that, but that's as many languages as there are in the country. Where is it near? It's a landlocked country between Botswana, Zimbabwe, Namibia. That's what I was saying, the phone line. So I want to thank you so much for those purple and yellow hearts. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's in Africa. It's in South Central Africa. Yep. South Central Africa. Those yellow hearts are beautiful. Those purple hearts are great. Thank you. Yeah, yay. Yes. So there are some, there are about 3 or 4 main only telephone services. So I was thinking about, hey Ronnie, how are you, Ronnie? I was thinking about calling them, getting in contact with them, and having them also be sponsors to sponsor not only a free number for people to call because calling over there is expensive. I think so. This is my Mount Kilimanjaro. This is my Mount Kilimanjaro. I'm just looking to see what other ideas outside of my head can help me do this and make this actually happen in the next couple of months because I bought my ticket. I'm leaving in 2 weeks. Yeah, they're phone companies. So I want to call them and see if they can sponsor like some actual funds and also sponsor money. Would you need a translator? I would be working there in the country. It would be locally based. So I know one of the things that I have to do is eventually register as a business so I can have a bit more clout and it's not just like, I'm some private person who wants to start something. No, I'm actually a private person who wants to start something and I mean business. So that's something I'm going to have to do. Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm leaving for about 7 to 8 weeks. But I'm going to do my best to Periscope while I'm over there. So yeah, I'm thinking the phone companies could also actually help. I would just need a space. I would need people to come through and help. Oh my goodness, Gary! How are you, Gary? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I'm thinking that calling the telephone people and just kind of getting in contact with the people who, thank you so much for those hearts, those purple and chocolate hearts, yum. I'm sitting on the ground, seeing what they can do to help. Yeah, thank you, Dylan, I appreciate you saying that. Oh, gold, hey gold. Yum. What else do you guys think kind of goes into making this happen? I've Googled these things a lot. I know, so for funding, GoFundMe and something else came up. It's finding the legwork. If I register as a, thank you so much, Sammy, your peach hearts next to those gold hearts look really great. Hey, gold hearts, Dylan, awesome. Finding the people to volunteer their time, number one, might be something different. Finding the people to pay might be better. Finding the people who need to be trained. Hey, Ronnie, welcome back. I would need to probably train some people. And hey, Gary, welcome back. I would need to probably train some people. Be careful with GoFundMe because some people have abused the true purpose. Yeah, that's scary. I've never actually looked into GoFundMe or what that actually does. Gary, I'm talking about my Mount Kilimanjaro. I want to build, long story short, a suicide crisis hotline. In my country, we serve 15 million people. The population is 15 million people. But, for instance, mental health, there are only 500 beds in the country dedicated to mental health. We have one mental health hospital, that has 250 beds. So if that kind of gives you the scale of how much mental health and mental wellness is needed in the country, I think that kind of gives you like some scary. We have like last I checked we had, yeah, that's my home. that's my birth country, and I call it home when I'm here. When I'm there, I call this home. I have homes everywhere. Global citizen. Stopping to send love and support. Thank you. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you. I appreciate you doing that. I'm just trying to get ideas for how to make this work. You can help? Cool. I would love your help. I need help. So yeah, it's kind of a big thing. It's my Mount Kilimanjaro right now, and I'm trying to do what I can in these couple of weeks where internet is free flowing so that I can hit the ground running when I get there. Book my tickets. I'll be there in about 2 weeks, a week and a half. Yeah, my family is all there. Zambia? Can you see that? Zambia? I'm always here to help with branding and promoting. Thanks, Boo. I appreciate you. Yeah, I would need to, hey, Queen Lint Liquor. It's a beautiful country. It's an absolutely beautiful country. It's such a beautiful country. If you're going to visit Africa, come visit Zambia because the people there are amazing. Hey, Lint Liquor. That's beautiful. I love that. I remember those commercials. So yeah, I did my paper on suicide in developing countries. You need to come to Zambia, so stop dreaming, start doing. I'm gonna kidnap her one day. I am. She's gonna come visit me, and she's gonna probably stay there because she'll fall in love. I just want to do something. I thought with my coaching I could do something, but you're like the most forget you're awesome. Forget you're awesome. No problem. I will send you steps in the AM. I am connected on the African continent. Awesome. Awesome. I think I do remember you saying something about South Africa in your post. But go to bed, Gary. I'm sure you're tired. I'm not being your mama, but go to bed. Most forget you're awesome. Thank you. Yeah, no, that was an amazing commercial. You Lint Liquor, that was so funny. Yeah, I just really want to make this pop off. I'm sure they would. It's just people can love the idea but not really support it in the way that you need to. Support system. And then also I need to come from a place of credibility, which yes I do with my degrees and this, that, and the other, but people start stuff and they end stuff all the time. That's what I see. Okay, good night. Good night, boo. Sweet dreams. Good night, Gary. Yeah. So I will be looking forward to that email, Gary, and speaking with you about that. If you guys have any ideas or anything comes to mind for what I could do or who I could train, they say these things typically start with churches. But I'm not really that connected with any churches. Yeah, sponsorship. Sponsorship would be good, especially as far as I support this. Thank you, Green Lit Liquor. I appreciate you supporting it. I think crisis hotlines are really nice grassroots efforts to really make some change in a big way, and the impact of this would be immense. It would be immense. There is no support there's little support in the country, especially when it comes to the people who live in the far off places like the villages, where there's hardly any, where there's still a strong belief in witchcraft, and if someone is depressed or if someone is suffering from mental illness, there's this kind of like they're possessed, they're cursed, and it's a very difficult ground to toe. It's a difficult ground to toe, but there is mental illness, and there is that, and some people just don't know how to deal with that, and so they self-terminate, and I don't want that to be happening. Writing that paper was brutal, man. My master's was really brutal. But yeah, I want to do something to help, and I thought you guys have really come up with some really great ideas, and I'm going to watch this scope over to see what you all said. Clinton, if you are still watching, I appreciate you and everything that you kind of brought forward. Okay, I'm gonna get back to researching, and perhaps I'll do another late night scope. So they believe witchcraft effect. Oh yeah, 100%. Like in some parts more than others, but it's still a thing there. So that makes, hey Ronnie, welcome back. That makes the attempt at getting help, which is needed, really difficult. There's a lot of stigma. It doesn't do anything for stigma. It doesn't do anything for stigma at all. So, yeah. This is for for somewhere else. It's for somewhere else. It's for Zambia. And hopefully it'll expand to other African countries that don't have kind of the support systems set in place for people who are suffering and just need someone who knows what they're talking about to talk to. There's one psychiatrist that serves the entire country. 15 million. Yeah, someone to listen to, someone to vent to, someone to feel safe with. It is knowledge versus spirituality, but there is a case, like, I'm not gonna say there is not witchcraft. I'm not gonna say that there isn't all these kinds of things that happen, but there are distinctions between someone being depressed and someone being, possessed or whatever the case may be. I feel like there is like the witch doctors have that witchcraft part handled, but the mental health people need to also have the mental health part handled. Some people are just regular depressed. Some people are just really struggling in their lives. The different reasons why people commit suicide isn't just depression. There are a whole slew of other factors. It's not just about mental well-being. Yeah, and so you charge? What do you mean? Oh, you mean would I charge people to call? No. That's the thing about it being kind of like a non-profit versus a for-profit. I don't know how that would work because I'm wondering, I could get volunteers to man the phone lines. Number one, how long are the phone lines going to go for? Would it be an all-day 24-hour thing? Would I need shifts? Or what? And either way, I would want to pay people, I think. I would want people to volunteer. I mean, maybe I could work with the religious folk down there, like nuns and brothers. But I don't know. They would still need to be trained in kind of hotline stuff, and so I'd have to get a trainer. Ugh, there's so much. There's so many components. Thank you for listening, guys. I appreciate it all. Need to work with Christians on fire for Christ. Yes, Queen Lit Liquor. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And I think that definitely also has its place in there. I'm just wondering with whether people would work full time on that. Zambia is a self-dubbed Christian nation, but yeah, there's a lot of nuns. There's a lot of nuns there. So I could really possibly tap into that source as a way. I think people would volunteer. Thanks, Queen Lintlicker. Thanks for those hearts, Samsy. I appreciate you. Yeah, Queen Lintlicker, you want me to call you Queen Lintlicker, or you want me to call you your name? That's something I am worried about, the judgment. I need it to be a judgment-free zone. Sharon. Hey, Sharon. That's another Sharon that I know. There was a Sharon earlier in here today. Hey, Sharon. I love that name. Sharon with one R. Yeah, I'm just worried about that. I need it to be kind of awesome. Thank you so much. I was like, what is TISM? Yeah, so I'm just a little worried about because judgment might make people forget it. Yeah. Not who are non-biased. I see a case for having people who will speak love and light into people and remind them who they are, especially who God says they are. But if it's someone who is going through something that might be really kind of like, oh, that's what happened, I don't want there to be that judgment aspect of it. I don't want them to feel like what they have done is, I don't know. Thank you, Sharon. I'm just glad I didn't embarrass myself. I've embarrassed myself so many times today on Scope. It was just really silly. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And would you bring people from here to be a part of it? No, so that's the thing. It would be mostly a local endeavor. What I would bring over would be like funds to support the efforts there. What I would love is to work with like global organizations, and I have a contact. But what I would really love is for it to be something that the country and the countrymen do for the country and each other, so it can be replicated. Well, I think, Dylan, you're going to be going soon. So it can be replicated in other countries, so we're kind of self-sufficient and doing that. So I don't know. This is Yeah, yeah, replicated because other countries need. I got you, Dylan. I know what's up. I saw the same thing you saw. You were excused. Thank you so much. Yeah, so help as many people as possible. Exactly. And collect as much data as possible too. Look, let's not lie about that. We need more data for this thing to be. You're staying here? Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I'm so touched. I will close this though. You asked for my website last time. Look, this is my little placard that I made. These are my colors. Yellow, blue, and purple. And this is what Sam Z Designs made. My logo. It's beautiful. Is it? Is it, Sharon? Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you being here and like talking to me and helping me out with this. Like it really means a lot to me, Sharon. Look at you. Yes. TYSM. Oh, thank you for following. My content is typically more structured. I'm talking about support systems on my regular schedule, which is 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll probably introduce myself to you. I am Coach Nachi, your world-class... Look at you, I'm so inspired. Yes. I am Coach Nachi. I am your world-class personal development coach, speaker, and life enthusiast, called to serve those who want to live more like themselves now, right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not on Monday, not when they start their nonprofit thing, but right now, this minute, right now. I believe that we are intended, newcomers, scopers, and bigger ones. Oh, I love you for that. That's awesome. I believe we are intended to live joyfully, fully human, and feeling at home in ourselves and our lives. And this is something that has been in my heart for more than a year. I know people who have wanted to commit suicide, who have attempted to commit suicide, who have attempted suicide. I know many people who just need someone to talk to. And I have been that person for too many people. And I will continue to be that person for too many people. There's lots of people on... it's been in my heart for a really long time. Forgive my spelling, a few glasses of wine. No worries, baby. This is a safe place. It's a safe place. I love typos. They make the world fun. I just want more support for people, for vulnerable populations. I work with social impactors, world changers, people who want to make this world a better place, especially for all people, as in lifting up vulnerable populations. I don't believe that the best of the best should just be for 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%, or 9%. I believe that we all deserve good health, happiness, life, liberty, all of that. So this is just like my mission. And this is my mountain. This is my Mount Kilimanjaro that I'm working on. When I talk to you guys about making it happen and moving forward and support system, Coach Nachi is the best coach in the Periscope Nation. Dylan. If you're looking for someone to trick out your space, Dylan is the man for it. He does luxury designing, and not just basic designing. It's like to fix your energy, to make your energy more vibrant and more you in that space. And I resonate with that. I love that. So I'm gonna go. Thank you for inviting your Sharons. Thank you for inviting your followers earlier, Sharon. I saw that and I appreciate you. In non-scope life. Thank you so much, Sharon. Damn. I am an African queen. Let me hold my crown real quick. Oh, God. Okay. I feel so mad now. Why are you mad? We would get along so well. I believe we would. Queen Lint Liquor. I believe we would. Look, I believe we would. Now, I'm so glad that you caught the scope. Thank you so much for sticking around, Sam Z. Thank you so much for being here, Dylan. Decor by Dylan, Hood Psychic, Queen Lint Liquor, Sharon. I was a coach by an African queen as my first coach ever. I got you, man. I got you. I got you. Thank you. You have an amazing week. Guys, I'm gonna go. I'm wishing you good night. Let's hope this pops off. I'm gonna be scoping while I'm in Zambia. I'm going to do my best to scope while I'm in Zambia. And I'll keep you guys posted of what's happening with this project. You're inspiring me when you say inspired. Makes me want to do better for you. And just for anybody. Queenlet Liquor, I hope my first coach was from Africa. Serve. Slay. You are special, Hood Psychic. You are. You are a special, even sans African coach. I'm gonna go, guys. Thank you so much for indulging me. This is my website. If you want to see more of things that I've done in the past. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much for those hearts, Sharon. I appreciate you. Thank you, Samzy, for sticking around and giving me those wonderful ideas. I'm going to be speaking to you soon. Thank you so much for those hearts, Sharon. I appreciate you doing that. Hersey, I'm 1243. No. Stop that. Don't do that, Hersey. That's not polite. Thank you. I am leaving. How can I end this? No, I did that earlier. Sharon, I like to make thumbnails for my posts, but so the last few seconds of my Periscope are always a little bit awkward. And I'm gonna drop this real quick and see if I can exit. Ah! Dang it! Oh no, I can't. Hey, Rock Paper Planes! Look at that. I'm leaving though. Tell me your name next time. I really want to know it. I've lost it. Okay. Screw it. Bye, guys.